Hi, welcome to Open Door Yoga. My name is Michelle, and today we're going to go through a quick yoga stretch. You shouldn't need any props today, but we will be spending a lot of time on the floor and also coming into a forward fold. So if you want something to pad your knees or a lift, if you're feeling a little bit of soreness in your low back or hamstrings, you may want to consider grabbing a blanket or a stack of towels. Any household blanket, beach towel, bath towel would work today. So feel free to grab anything that you might need, and then let's get started. Let's get started in child's pose. Find your way to a comfortable kneeling position, tops of your feet flat down on the mat, toes to touch. And from here, you can keep your knees together, or if it feels good in your body, you could split them a little bit wider, maybe out towards the long edges of the mat, maybe not quite as far. As you find that leg position that feels most comfortable, send your weight back over your heels. You might feel some opening through the fronts of your upper legs, your thighs. You might even feel some sensation in your ankles. Keeping your weight down, keeping your hips down over your heels, begin to walk your hands forward. If your knees are together, you can bring your arms behind you, palms up. Otherwise, we'll extend our arms forward, forehead reaching down towards the earth. If the earth is feeling extra far away this morning, grab your supportive prop and bring it under your forehead. You can bring the ground up to you, and it will alleviate some of this stretch sensation that you're feeling in your chest. Begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Feel your full lung space expand on your inhales all the way down into your low ribs. Exhale your breath completely to make space for your new inhale. Feel the physical sensation through your side bodies. As you get settled, maybe lift up onto your fingertips. Another option is to press into your fingertips or palms to keep sending those hips down and back. One more full breath in. Exhale, walk your hands towards the left side of the mat. Arms can stay parallel, or right hand can come to rest on top of the left. Notice your right rib cage filling up with air on your inhales. Notice the expansion through your right side body. Inhale back to center. And exhale, take it to the right. Again, you can keep your shoulders and your arms parallel if that's enough sensation. But if you're looking for more, you can also bring your left palm to rest on the back of your right hand. One more full breath exchange. And inhale back to center. Take another moment to fully arrive on your mat, to feel present. Bring a little bit of mindful awareness to that breath-body connection. And then slowly begin to walk your hands back, lifting your chest. Let's make our way to hands and knees. So wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hip points. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Find a really gentle scoop of your belly just to bring a little bit of integrity or engagement to your core. From here, on your next inhale, begin to tilt your tailbone, and as your belly drops, pull your shoulders back to lift your heart space. Gaze will lift as well. We'll pause here for a moment in our Lasana cow pose. Feel that widening between your collarbones. And on your next exhale, tuck your tailbone, round through your spine, Press into your palms, scoop your belly, crown of your head drops. Marjariasana, cat pose. Feel the sensation between your shoulder blades. You can even slide your shoulders a little bit from side to side or forward and back. Take any movement that feels good. And then on your next inhale, begin to flow. Movement starts at your tailbone and works its way up your spine, one vertebra at a time. If it feels good to take any extra movement, feel free to do so. You could send your hips from one side to the other. Keep playing with any shoulder movement that feels good. We'll just take one more cow, one more cat. And then come back to your tabletop spine. From here, keep your knees underneath those hip points. Tuck those toes if they're not tucked already. And we're going to begin to come down onto our forearms. And then slowly extend those arms, reaching your forehead down towards the earth, puppy pose. Notice that your hips are still stacked over your knees. And if you're shifted forwards a little bit, no worries. Just press into those palms. Shimmy on back. As we stay here and settle in over the next few breaths, check in with your back body. The sensation should be in your upper back, mid back. So if you're noticing that your low back has a big scoop and you're feeling more sensation there, gently tuck your tailbone, kind of scoop your belly in just a little bit. Bring a little bit of length to your low back, and you'll notice the sensation shift upwards. You can imagine your heart melting down towards the earth. One more full breath in. Exhale, release your breath completely. On your next inhale, begin walking back. From here, we're going to cross at our ankles and make your way to seated. If it's not comfortable to come over to your ankles, you can rock around on your hips. We're going to come into our forward fold. And so if, like me, you're feeling a little stiff in your low back and your hamstrings, maybe even sore from some recent exercise, feel free to get a generous lift. You could even grab a stack of blankets or towels. As you arrive in seated, take any movement that feels good, maybe a couple shoulder rolls. Maybe some nice neck stretches or neck circles. The nice thing about these home practices is you can make them your own. So pause the video anytime you'd like. Take any extra movement that feels good in your body and make this practice your own. As you get settled, we're going to extend our right leg long. Left foot can come to the inside lining of your right thigh, or it could come out a little bit if that's more comfortable in your body. Begin to get settled, grounding down through both sitting bones, whether you're into your lift or into the mat. Breastbone or sternum is shining past your right big toe. Full breath in, reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. And exhale, hinge at your hips. So if you're not feeling very flexible, bring your fingertips behind you just to help you find a little bit of lift. Otherwise, you can hinge forward, bringing your hands towards the mat, or maybe to rest gently on your leg. If there's a slight bend in your knee, that's okay. If you're hinging forward, check in with your neck. Sometimes when we come into a posture that brings about a lot of sensation in our body, a lot of intensity, we tend to pick up tension in other parts. So if you're noticing that you're starting to really reach those shoulders up towards your ears, slide them back down. It might mean coming out of the posture a little bit. could shake your head no from side to side. Anything that's going to help you keep stress out of that neck and shoulder area. We tend to hold enough stress there as it is. One more full breath in. Exhale, find a little bit of engagement in your belly if you folded. And then inhale with the tall spine, rise back up. From here, we'll take it to the other side. So extend your left leg. Take a minute to find the position of your right leg that feels most comfortable. And as you get situated, begin to come back to that tall, upright spine. So as you ground down through both of your sitting bones, reach the crown of your head upwards. You'll feel some sensation in your side bodies, just a little bit of a stretch. Full inhale. And exhale, hinge or press into those fingertips. Bringing a little bit of sensation into your low back and hamstring area. Left ankle is flexed, about 90 degrees. So while this doesn't have to be the most active posture, feel the back of your left leg grounding down into the earth. Top of your foot kind of pulling back slightly towards your shin. Now there's a tendency in this posture to imagine drawing your nose towards your knee. And in a restorative class, there can be some gentle rounding in your spine, as long as you support the weight of your head. What I want you to imagine instead is reaching your heart space forward. So we're trying to reach our chest towards our big toe. Gaze is naturally going to follow where our chest goes. So our head is just an extension of our spine. No need to hold any extra tension or stress there. As you settle into this posture, you may need to make adjustments to keep the sensation or the intensity of your preference. One more full breath in, all the way down to your low ribs. Exhale your breath from the bottom up, and then inhale, rise back up. We are going to make our way onto our back body. So if you have your lift, keep it. You can use it as a cushion or a pillow for your head. Knees shine up towards the sky, soles of your feet down, hands can come to the backs of your hamstrings. Maybe pull gently just to find a little bit more opening through your chest. You can roll your shoulders back, shoulder blades sinking down your back body. And then as you're ready, begin to lower down. So you can test your abdominal strength here and slowly lower down, or you can bring your hands and forearms down. 100% your choice. And as you get situated, if your head is going to come to this lift, that's just fine. Just make sure that your shoulders can ground down into the mat. So we don't want our shoulder blades up on that same lift. As you get situated, begin to walk your feet a little bit closer to your heels, and then we'll cross our right ankle at the bottom of our left shin. Before we come into this reclined or supine figure 4, find that same flexion in your ankle. So pull the top of your foot towards your right shin. By flexing our ankle, we're going to take a lot of torque out of our knee to keep our knee safe. We're also going to bring the sensation into our outer hip. So as you find this safe posture, begin to send your right knee away from your body. And you're welcome to hang out here if this is enough sensation for you. If you're looking for a little bit more, maybe reach around, grab the back of your left hamstring, and pull your left thigh towards your chest. Shoulder blades are still rooted down into the ground. If it's hard to reach your hamstring, you can grab a prop. maybe a light hand towel, a belt, a scarf, something that could give your arms a little bit of extra length. We'll be here for a few breaths, so if you want to take some ankle rolls, or if you're looking for more sensation in your hamstrings and low back, maybe find some extension through that left leg. You could use it as an opportunity to reconnect breath and body, moving at the pace of your breath. Or you can just hang out. One more full breath in. Exhale, release your left foot down. Keep this cross position. Arms are going to come to cactus, palms up towards the sky. Slowly let the sole of your right foot drop down towards the earth. If this is uncomfortable, you can shift your hips a couple inches to the right first. If it's still uncomfortable in your body, you have other options. You can bring your knees to stack, or if you're looking for more sensation, you can cross your right knee over your left and then allow them to drop. Come back to your breath. Right shoulder blade is rooted down into the earth. If it helps, you can send your gaze past your right shoulder. Sometimes that helps if you feel that shoulder creeping up. One more full breath exchange. And on your inhale, rise back up. Shift those hips back into alignment. And then we'll take that whole thing to the other side. So walk your heels towards your sitting bones and then cross your left ankle over your right. Find that safe flexion in your ankle. And then make your way into this figure four posture that feels best in your body. So maybe you're here gently pressing into your inner thigh. Or you can use the muscular integrity of your leg to pull your knee away from your body. Or you can find that kind of hugging your right thigh towards your chest, feeling. As you get settled, maybe you choose another option. You can point and flex through that right ankle, or take some ankle rolls. If it feels good, find that same extension in that right knee. This is just bonus. Any extra movement that feels good, you're welcome to take. But if you just want to settle in and bring mindful awareness to the physical sensation of the stretch, you can also hang out in stillness. Could even close down your gaze. One more inhale. Exhale, release the sole of your right foot to the earth. Arms come back to that cactus. And find the twist that you prefer to the right. So consider shifting your hips a couple inches to the left. It helps keep your spine in a little bit more of a straight line. And then you can keep those figure four legs here. If that doesn't feel good in your hips, stack your knees or cross your left knee over your right. Maybe peek past your left shoulder to help keep that shoulder down. Keeping that sensation, that twist in your back. If you haven't done so already, take some time to reconnect with your breath. Breathe all the way into your low ribs. And exhale that full breath. Leaving room for new life, new energy. On your next inhale, unwind. Take any last postures that feel good. Sometimes happy baby feels good. Hugging your knees to your chest, giving your low back a little bit of a massage. So you have options here. You could even take a reclined bound angle posture if that feels good, allowing your knees to fall down to the side. Find what feels good and hang out there for just a moment. Then as you're ready, extend your legs long. Make your way to the Savasana of your choice. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. Namaste.